Welcome to Tina Tries. Grab your pizza because today I'm making this Donatello figurine from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No mutagen required, just some filament, paint, and a lot of supports. I'll show you how next on Tina Tries. This epic print is today's project. This file is by Lorena and can be found on MakerWorld. This was printed on an H2D in black PETG using Bambu's support material for PLA and PETG. This print took just over 41 hours to complete and used about 684 grams of filament. You'll also need some acrylic paint and some Mod Podge for sealing. As usual, I'll link everything in the description below. There is no build for this, so let's check out the painting process. For this figurine, I used acrylic paints and a variety of different brushes, including flat, angled, and round brushes. I started off with the rocks, doing a base of brown, and I used gray for any of the pieces that were going to be metal. Then I covered the metal pieces in a shiny silver paint. This was about the time when I decided I needed to do something about the weird nunchucks. So before I get too far into the painting process, I want to fix these nunchucks here. This file was clearly a 3D scan of an already existing figure, and I can tell that that is the case because there are some really weird little things going on with this. So this doesn't say Donatello TMNT. It's kind of all jumbled, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this say Donatello TMNT when I paint it. I can't really do anything about sculpting these to make them look more like the letters they're supposed to be without messing it up, so I'm gonna do some paint magic there. He is holding a broken set of nunchucks. It printed with this solid piece in the middle of the chain here. So I am going to try and get this piece out of here so it's just the chain hanging down, and I'm probably gonna take a chunk off of this side and move it over to here to get the chain to meet up with the end of the nunchuck. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna use my wood burning tool with a really pointy thin end on it so that I can get details to stay as much as possible. And worst case scenario, if I can't get this to look the way I want it to, I can just use this and I will take the nunchuck completely off of the figure. So one way or the other, this will be fixed. So there is the middle piece that melted out really well. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. Now it actually looks like a chain, so I'm pleased with that so far. Now let's see about moving a section of the chain from here over to here. I think about this much of the chain should be good, so let's melt that off. Now let's see about welding these two pieces together. So I think that looks pretty good considering. Did a little bit of sculpting, which was kind of fun. After fixing the nunchucks, I went back into the rocks with a darker brown for the recessed areas and a lighter brown stippling on top to make them look sort of dusty. I painted the bricks red and also put a layer of that dusty color on it. Next step was giving Donatello's skin an olive green base coat. This was followed up by a stippling of a darker green to give his skin some depth and texture. Then I started painting his shell and bow staff brown, and I dry brushed on a yellowish tan color on the chest plate. Next, I painted the wraps on his feet and his belt brown, along with all of the pouches. Then I started dry brushing on a couple of different shades of brown to his shell and wiping it away a little bit to give it texture and make it look more like a real turtle shell. Then I painted the whites of his eyes and added gold accents to his belt and the pouches. After that, I painted his hand wraps, knee and elbow pads, and the bandana purple. Once that was dry, I finished his eyes by adding a little bit of the olive green color to the corners and giving him black pupils. Then I painted Shredder's helmet silver and started giving the whole figurine washes in both a dark brown and a black to make it look dirty and give it some real depth. I really wanted him to look very worn and weary. Then I worked my painting magic on the lettering and painted the decorative rings around the base in a metallic espresso color to give it a little pop. Once everything was dry, I coated the entire piece in Mod Podge. I used glossy Mod Podge for any of the metallic sections and matte finish for everything else. Here is the finished Donatello figurine. This was a bit of a challenge, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Here are my rankings for this project. Ease of printing. This one gets a 9. This was easier than the Jason diorama that I did back in episode 18, but I did end up encasing the entire figurine in supports. Normal supports. Encasing the figurine in normal supports helps ensure that all of the details stay intact and you avoid failure. I do recommend using Bambu's support material for PLA as it's significantly easier to remove than it is to use regular PLA as supports. Since this printed in one single piece, it took me a patient 3 hours and a lot of care to remove all of the supports without breaking anything. I also scaled this figure up 320%. Scaling it up made it much easier to paint and remove the supports since the figurine wasn't so tiny. Ease of assembly. This would get a 10 since there isn't any assembly, but I'm going to give this one an 8. This file is a good example of why using AI generation tools to create files isn't quite perfect yet. Some of the details can get lost or muddied, and sometimes strange things happen. This file did have some strange parts that I either chose to remove or change in post-processing. For example, there were ribbons hanging down from the inside of Shredder's helmet, and I chose to remove those when I removed the supports. And I also used my wood burning tool to make the chain on the nunchucks actually look like a chain and connect to the bottom of the nunchuck. There were also a couple of areas that were kind of muddy. For instance, the wraps on his feet and his hands weren't very well delineated, so I took some artistic liberties and made them look how I wanted using paint. It also took some painting magic to get this to actually read Donatello TMNT, but in the end, I like how it looks. AI generation does still have trouble with lettering, especially if you're doing 3D scanning to create your files, so that's something to be mindful of if you're going to go that route to create your files. Luckily in this case, what you see is pretty much what you get, and the few anomalies that were in this file are easy enough to fix. The painting process took me a few sessions over the course of 4 days, and that was really fun. There were some slightly weird angles to paint since this printed in one piece, but it is doable, especially if you increase the size of the figure. I definitely recommend sealing your piece with Mod Podge when it's completed to prevent it from getting scratched. Overall, the detail on this figure is pretty sharp, and I do recommend this file because this looks pretty amazing. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking, sharing, hyping, and subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. I now have channel memberships active if you want to show your support and help keep the channel running. I would appreciate it. Let me know if you have any project suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next one.